Hi everybody, Ann Trufant with Change Lives Now, and I want to give you a little update on where we are a month after Hurricane Helene. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you for your prayers. This is a huge deal, and God has orchestrated every single move that we've made, and of course we couldn't make anything without your help. So let me just give you an update. You know that we've done many meals. We had some of our camp alums come up and help cook, and we distributed 2,000 meals and hundreds and hundreds of gallons of water, and then there were big tankers that came in and began to take over those roles, and folks bringing in propane, and that was amazing. And we have had amazing people set up meals at different locations, so that's been tremendous. So the needs have moved to cold weather stuff and shelter. And shelter is huge. Some of these places are a little bit farther along, a little bit less disastrous than others, but some, they literally just got into Bat Cave and Chimney Rock yesterday. Some folks, some coal miners from West Virginia came and put in a road. So now they're back at the very beginning wanting chainsaws and just cutting people out. Getting their homes out. And so we're still looking at massive destruction. So many who haven't been found yet. The same thing. It doesn't look a whole lot different in a lot of these places. So long-term housing, what does that look like? It's going to be different for a lot of different communities. Some, for young people, they can be fine in a tent with some great sleeping bags. We actually gave out 84 or 5 sleeping bags. Some were helicoptered into back areas where they knew they were looking at the people, but they couldn't get to them any other way but helicopters. And we kept some for folks in town, even members of our church who had lost everything. So one of the things that we were able to do was assess that a tremendous need was heaters, both propane and those that could be electric. Some people have power. They may not have potable water, but they do have power. Some people have nothing. So we got 100 heaters, 50 of each, and those are being distributed right now. We also have access to some fabulous little grills. So when a lot of these places that are serving food begin to shut that down, we can give these grills to families with charcoal, so at least they have some way of cooking on their own, and that's a tremendous need. So right now we have access to 200, and we're assessing as to whether or not we can get more. So long-term housing is where our focus is, getting people shelter, warmth, and food. Thanksgiving's coming. Christmas is coming. People have asked about volunteering. I'm going to say we finally have places ready to take volunteers. So if this is something you would like to do, get in touch with us. Get in touch with us, changelivesnow.org, and we can set you up at the right place where it would be a help to have volunteers. Stuff is not what we need. People have massive amounts of stuff and not a lot of place to store it. There are a couple of places doing that. Again, get in touch with us and let us tell you specifically who needs what where. Some people have asked about Christmas presents. That is a precious gift. These people have nothing. So some of the people we're working with need their houses ripped apart and rebuilt. They didn't lose their house. Some lost house, car, the land that their house was on. So many of these towns that were destroyed or massively harmed are tourist towns. This is fall colors. It's the biggest season for Western North Carolina. And so they're seeing no income whatsoever. They're behind on rent. Their house that they were renting may not exist or may not be able to be repaired or might take many moons. But there's so many massive needs. So as we continue to partner with people who are on the ground in those communities doing what those needs are, our focus is food, warmth, housing. So your continued donations are going to continue to go to those greatest needs. Some of these folks, it's going to be years before they have a long-term residence again. Some, it's going to be months. We're hoping that some folks we're working with in our own community will be in their homes again in 3 weeks. we supplied building supplies, and that's going to be another great use of funds given. Building supplies for all of these people. Whether or not it is hot tents, container homes, RVs, all of those things are options on the table that we're looking at depending on the community, depending on the need, depending on the age, because some of these things that look like they would be beautiful, long-term, more elegant things called hot tents with a wood stove in them that you could actually cook on and it heats, but you can't put an elderly person in that and expect them to gather their wood and handle that with care. We're not going to do that. So we are literally looking case by case, need by need, community by community to see how we can best partner with the folks on the ground doing that. So just want to say to you, thank you so much. We have a very long way to go, but the Lord is amazing. And when we went last week back to Swannanoa, which suffered massive amounts of damage, just to see a man who's a contractor from West Virginia be down with a huge tent, accepting supplies, knowing the needs, going into the back country, 30, 40 volunteers from the community just folding all the stuff that's come in, moving pallets, distributing it, coming from different states to just help. It's amazing to see, and it's not quitting. It's not quitting. Our personal electricity at our camp was turned on by a Kentucky company. So people are coming from all over, and it's not stopping. But with the holidays and with less and less on the news, the coverage will stop, the attention will shift, and I'm going to say to you, please don't stop your prayers. Please don't stop your contributions. Again, 100% of whatever you give to us is going into the field. And we are being very discerning and very careful with how it is spent. We're vetting every single thing we do, every person we work with, to make sure that what you have given with such love and care is actually going exactly where it's supposed to go. So we'll keep giving you updates. It is frustrating for us as well to feel like things go slowly in some of these areas, but it's so important to listen to the people on the ground and the needs that they have and meet those needs. And so that's what we're doing. We're still there, and I want to just pray with you. Ephesians 3, one of my favorites, verse 20. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask, dream, or imagine, according to his power that's at work within us, to him be the glory in the church and in Christ Jesus through all generations, forever and ever. It is his power working in us. It's his power working through us. The love that is being manifested is amazing, and your prayers are fueling the fire for all of this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't quit. And we just ask the Lord's rich, rich, rich blessings on all of you. Thank you so much.